what's up? Welcome back, you 50-something thousand awesome subscribers. Guys, I've got a story today. It's scary. Well, it's scary at the moment. Now, it's just funny. But before I get into that story, I'll let you guys know this video is brought to you in part by the factoring company that I choose to use. If you're looking for a good factoring company, Trout Business Capital is the one I choose to use. I've been using them for a couple years now, and guys, I only promote what I use. So if you're looking for a factoring company, MakeCents Quick Pay, where you can go, or in the description you can click the link, fill out the information, or give that number a call. Talk to the guys, tell me you want that MakeCents rate. Yeah, that's my go-to, guys. Now, before I headed out of the house on this load here, I had to go to Dallas to pick it up. So before I got out of the house, I had to do this. Got Mama out of the house to help me do my chores on the truck. So what we did was I turned this wheel opposite way so I could get my big butt down right here and sit down. Took out the petcock valve. I'm gonna call it a peacock. It's dripping right there just a little bit, but that's the excess, and that's all there is to it, really. And we're going to take this pop. Got this one on order. It'll be here in the morning, this blue one, and I got a replacement for that right there. So we get that on, go ahead and change it out, and in the morning go pick up this one from MAC Kenworth here in Chattanooga, and I'll be ready to rock and roll. We're pretty easy. So if you ever need to drain your coolant, don't be scared, especially if you got something with a petcock valve in it. All you need is 4 of those from Lowe's, or just anywhere. It's got the 5-gallon buckets. I went and got 4 new ones. I had some but they was old, and I didn't want them to crack and dry rot and lose all my coolant, because all that coolant's still good. So we'll throw it back in there when we're done. So, let's go to the next step. We got this little booger off, and I haven't replaced that. So that's the one that's been on it since it was new. And I got this one off and ripped it. So it was leaking. It was back here on the back side, and it looks nasty up in there. Yep, it looks nasty. All this stuff right here, good God. Look at all this. We'll do a rebuild one of these days. We'll make it all nice and shiny new again. But right now, let's just fix these hoses, get ready to go. Trailer trucking, head to Dallas. Kibbo. Pretty interesting. The video before, if you hadn't seen it, I'll pin in the comments. I mentioned that I was going to go to the shop to do that, or I was going to go get out of this guy's way. I was going to go to the shop down there in Griffin to do that, or I was going to go to the father-in-law's speed shop and do it. But I decided, this is going to be an easy job, so let's just do it right there. But guys, let me tell you about this story. This video is dedicated to this story right here. And guys, let me just tell you how scared I was in the moment, because I didn't know if I could go to jail, if I could just get a big fine, or what. I don't know. So if you do know what could have happened, let me know in the comments what you think. So this load I'm on now, right? It's a convention load, and sometimes they provide a BOL, sometimes they don't. When they don't, I've got to fill my own BOL out. So in this instance, as soon as I got loaded at the convention center there in Dallas, I went to the truck stop, grabbed a shower, grabbed something to eat, filled me out my little BOL while I was sitting there at the truck stop. And then I proceeded to go down the road, and as soon as I get into Tennessee, the first ag station coming east on Interstate 10, I pulled in there, and usually I don't know what's going on. My level of thinking is years and years, every time you'd stop, they'd ask you, what do you got? General freight, whatever. They'd ask you. But I've noticed in the last couple of years, they don't ever ask me anymore, so it's got me curious. How do they know what I got on my trailer? How do they know if they don't ask me? Do they got some kind of scanner? Am I going through an x-ray device or something? They don't ever ask. I'm just curious. So usually they wave you on by, they won't talk to you, they just give you a thumbs up and send you on your way. But this happened to be different. And I asked her, I said, hey, I got a question. She said, what's that? I said, how do you guys know what I have in my trailer? She said, what do you have? I said, audio video. She said, how do you know? I said, because I loaded it. And she said, well, you're doing pretty good because most people don't know. And what I was meaning was, how do you know what I have in my trailer? Because nobody ever asks anymore. You just give me a thumbs up. But I didn't get to say that because the course of the talk went in a different direction. Anyway, she was sitting there saying what she said. And she said, well, you got your BOL since you pulled over and want to talk. I need to see your BOLs, and I'm going to pull you over and give you a level 1 inspection. I said, whoa, you need to put the brakes, honey. I ain't got time for that. I got to go. That's a high priority load. You know, I knew she was joking. I was joking. And I reached to grab my books to give her my BOL. And then she kept saying something, I can't remember, something about a level 1 inspection. And then she's like, this and that and the other. I can't really remember. And then I went to set my books back down, and she said, no. She had her little, you know, one of those things you use to pick up trash. It's got little grippers on it, about 2 foot long. She had one of those, and she snapped it 2 or 3 times, and about 2 foot from my face, she said, no. I want to see your BOL. So I said, okay. I opened up my books here, and I'm looking, I don't see my BOL. And I'm like, whoa. So I flipped through, rummaged through my paperwork real quick, and I said, I don't know what happened to my BOL. I said, I must have left it at the table at the truck stop when I filled it out. She said, what? She said, you're up here running your mouth and you ain't even got a BOL? I said, well, if you give me a minute, I can pull over here to the side and I can fill one out and bring it into to you. And she said, oh, I bet you regret opening your big fat mouth now, don't you? I said, nah, not really. I said, I enjoy talking to you guys. Anyway, she said, I said, there was trucks pulling up behind me. I said, you want me to pull over, fill out a BOL, bring it back in here to you? I said, I'm sorry. I said, I don't know what I did with it. I said, I don't know if I left it at the truck stop. I said, it might be in this truck. I said, I can look. If not, I said, I'll fill out one and bring it back in here to you because I had to fill that one out for this load. And she said, well, what is the load? I said, audio video. She said, I know, but what is it for? I said, it's from a convention load. I came from the Mary Kay convention in Dallas, Texas at the convention center. She said, no. She said, pull over there. She said, be sure to go to lane 6. That way those boys out there don't think you need an inspection. She said, fill you out another BOL. And that's for you. She said, I don't need to see it. And when you get done, just have a safe trip. And I said, oh my God. I said, thank you. I said, bye, hon. We'll catch you on that next time. Or that next trip. So I pulled over there real quick and I looked at all, there's about 4 guys sitting out there giving people inspections and stuff, and I looked at them, I'm like, don't come over here talking to me, I don't have a BOL, just stay over there, I don't want to talk to you. So I went to the line, or the parking spot 6, and filled out that BOL just as fast as I could, punched the brakes, and I caught gears and got my ass rolling. Now, I don't know what could happen there, I don't know. All I thought was, I'm going to jail. This is illegal as hell. I'm going to jail. I don't know. It might have just been a citation. It might have been a fine. I don't know. So if you do know, let me know in the comments. And that just goes to show you guys, if you have a little bit of personality and you cut up with these DOT officers and ag station officers, a lot of times they ain't going to throw the book at you. But if you got an attitude, oh man, they're going to nail you to the wall. And if anybody goes to that ag station, like I said, I was on the eastbound side, the first ag station on Interstate 10 in Florida. I can't remember much about the lady. She had some tattoos on her arm, but she was real sweet and she had a hell of a sense of humor. And I really thought she was going to throw the book at me, but she didn't. She didn't. So if you go through there, she's real nice. She's real nice. That was pretty cool. I can't wait till I go back through there again. So as soon as I pull up, if it's her, I'm gonna be holding my BOL out the window and saying, I got it. Yeah, anyways, guys, that's the story. I thought it was funny. And it just goes to show, like I said, have a little personality when you're dealing with the DOT or the ag station people or anybody in the trucking industry. Have a little personality, show respect. More than likely, you're going to have respect shown back to you. But I'm going to get on off here. I'm going to route to go to Miami to drop this off. And then I'm gonna browse through the load board, just a quick browse if there's anything to pick up and take back. I ain't gonna put no faith in it, but then I'm gonna hightail it home I'm gonna go home for a couple weeks, and then we're gonna come back out here and do another load. And well, next month's looking pretty busy, and I've already got the warning or the heads up that next year is gonna be really busy. So guys, if you not subscribe, consider subscribing. Put a big old thumb on that like button, and I'll catch you in that next video, guys. See you, bye.